I'm sorry. My wife just texted me because I got to put her on Do Not Disturb.
Just her specifically?
No.
Everybody else's calls can come in, but...
Hey, what's up? It's Michael Yo. Welcome to the Yo Show. Okay, let's talk about this real quick. San Antonio. We will be there September 6th and 7th. San Antonio, September 6th and 7th. Then this Saturday, when is this coming out? This week?
This will be this week, tomorrow, Thursday.
So Thursday. So in 2 days, we're going to be in Vancouver. Show has been sold out for a month. Thank you, Vancouver. I'm so excited to experience your city. It's absolutely incredible. Have you ever been to Vancouver?
I have once, yeah. But I was there for like a bachelor party, so I experienced it in a wildly different way than the way you and I are going to
Did you go to their strip club out there?
Yeah.
How was that?
It was empty when we got there, and then the girl sat down and told me about her life plan, how she wanted to open up like a camp for middle-aged women who were kind of putting the reset button on their life after a divorce, and just talked about it for 15 minutes. And then finally, at some point at the end of the conversation, she asked if I would like a lap dance, and I said, no, I'm good, thank you. And then she said, well, since I talked to you for 15 minutes, I could have been giving somebody a lap dance. Can you give me $20?
Did you give her $20?
Absolutely not.
What?
No.
Dude, see, you are the worst type of... That's Sean Reddy right there. He's on a podcast as well.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Like, that's the worst. I haven't been to a strip club, honestly, in like 15 years. But I tell you, Sean, if someone were to sit with me for 20 minutes, I would give them money.
Now, had I called her over and said, please bore me with your entire life's plan over the next 15 years, then yes, I would have given... But she came and sat next to me. And at some point...
Oh, my God. Why do you think she sat next to you, Rudy? For money,
bro.
I
had been there for an hour already. I was not there to... Obviously, if I wanted a lap dance, I would have found her.
No, she was like, some people just they don't want lap dances. They just want conversation.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So she thought probably you were gay and that you wanted conversation.
Hey, listen, just because it was a bachelor party and the theme was leather boas does not mean that we were there for dudes, okay?
Shy, have you ever been to a strip club?
It's been a while. It's been a long time.
Like what's a while?
It's been about like 5 years now, man.
5 years? Oh, yeah, you're a lot younger, man.
Yeah.
Like I got out of strip clubs by 23.
Yeah.
24 years old.
Yeah.
Like there was no sense in going back. I hate wasting money. The only thing I like wasting money on is electronics.
Yeah.
I will spend money on electronics, but if it's like slot machines or gambling, like I walk through casinos every day and I'm like, how do people just throw away so much money?
Yeah.
It's insane to me.
Yeah. I must have given people the wrong impression of me because when I moved to Las Vegas, everyone was like, how are you going to do it? You're going to end up dead on the streets. I'm like, I'm not 22, you guys. I'm 44. Like I'm a dad. I got, you know.
I could see that. Not you going crazy, but people like, hey, you got that look of a guy that's going to get high and you have to drag him out of a casino. You got the tattoos. You look like you just left a Trump parade. I mean, you got that vibe, right? Doesn't he? Got that vibe?
It's a Badgers hat, okay? It's a Badgers hat.
He's wearing a red cap. I mean, come on. Subliminal messages he's laying throughout the podcast. I get it. No, but actually, Vegas can be very boring if you're a normal person and don't get consumed with it.
Yeah, the traffic around here. We got to do something about that, too.
Oh, stop it.
Other than that, the city's great.
The traffic is nothing here, bro.
I know. Well, the thing is
stop being a weenie.
I come from Minnesota where the traffic lights are 15 seconds tops, man. I mean, there are times you sit. I can't be the only one who feels this way about the city. Where there's times where you sit at 5 minutes at a light and it does not change.
Look, I lived in Los Angeles. I mean, it took 15 minutes to get out my driveway.
Yeah.
This is not, when I turn on the news and they say, oh, today's traffic, 21 minutes to get across town. I'm like,
yeah,
21 minutes.
On my way over here, because I had to take the side streets, on my way over here on Tropicana today, I was having that thought of, this is why I don't live in Los Angeles, because I'm already antsy and I'm already anxious just by driving here in Vegas. That's the problem, is that I came from Minnesota where traffic is, when traffic is heavy, it's 15, 20 minutes in the, are you okay?
Yeah, my chair almost broke. I'm getting heavy over here. My chair's letting me know I'm gaining weight. This is not good. My chair almost broke. What is going on?
Your chair's the fattest.
I know, my chair's like, you fat ass. Get out of here. That's what you get for eating that cookie last night. That chair's going to kill me over here. Anyway, you were saying something about Madison or...
Minnesota. The traffic there is just so easy. before I was interrupted by your chair. Even your chair thinks I'm boring.
It's like speed it up. My chair has a countdown clock. It's like 5, 4, 3. Move on. Next topic.
Speaking of lazy boy, jeez, man, get to the punch.
All right. So, are you done with your story?
I'm done with my story. Please go ahead.
All right, great. So, by the way, I've been on Mad Apple, which has been absolutely amazing. I just got extended 2 more weeks, June 14th.
Hey.
Am I only clapping? I'm
sorry.
No. You know this is a podcast and they can see us at all times.
Ask your chair. Maybe your chair's got something to say about
my chair likes it. Oh! No. So I'll be there 2 more weeks. I'm very excited through June 14th. Rudy came out last night. What'd you think? Be honest. I want you to be brutally honest.
I told my girlfriend last night, first off, that was the first time she'd ever seen it.
Yeah.
And she was like, I didn't know what I was getting into. She thought she was just coming to watch you do stand-up for like 15 minutes and then somebody come out and juggle. And that was it. And I'm like, no.
This is a Cirque show.
Like, it's insanity. The one thing I noticed about last night is, because I've seen the show now 4 times.
Yeah.
And she leaned over like halfway through and she goes, have you seen a lot of this? And I said, a lot of this, yeah, some of it, but it's different every time. I couldn't believe how different it is.
It is.
And well, sorry to interrupt you, but the one thing that I thought about was there are nights where it's super interactive, and then like last night was incredibly interactive.
Yes.
There were people in the crowd, they're dancing, they're hanging out. I'm like, wow, like this is, I was blown away by the production value, how different it is every night.
So we both saw it when it first opened, like with Brad Williams and Harrison Greenbaum and things like that. That show, I believe, ran like 2 hours. This was 1 hour and 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Like they cut out a lot of fat, made it more interactive. I loved it, man. I thought the first show we did last night was amazing. I thought the second, you could tell that crowd partied the night before. Mm-hmm. I mean, but it was great. Mm-hmm. You got laughs when they wanted laughs. The energy was there when you needed it. I loved it, man. I absolutely love it. What'd you think of my performance?
I thought that, I'm going to be honest.
Be honest.
Because I've said this to you before, that there are times where when you start out, you're feeling the room.
Yep.
And you don't, even my girlfriend said, he didn't seem as relaxed in the first 5 minutes as he did in the last 5 minutes. And I was
no.
yeah.
I was relaxed, but I know I was very relaxed, but I know my set always runs the same. It's the same.
Yeah, sure.
Because you come right after a hair hanging woman that's Erin, her name, absolutely amazing act. And then when you come up, people are like, okay, what's going on?
Yeah.
This is the comedy. Like, it's hard to switch from seeing all this spectacular Cirque stuff, and then a comic comes up. So it always takes 2 to 3 minutes. That's why I start with light jokes and then build up. It's the same every show.
Sure.
So every show, I even told Keith, I said, first 5 minutes is the build up, and then I hit them with the end. Because you can't come out too hard, because people are, like what I noticed, because I've been doing the show for like a month now, there's like a minute or two that people have to be like, okay, what's going on here? Is he gonna tell a joke and then fly up in the air? Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? They don't know what's going on. And then they finally settle in like, oh, this is comedy. His whole thing is gonna be comedy.
Yeah.
So I've noticed that because I've been through probably 50 different sets to try to find the one where it starts off slow because I know it's gonna take them a second to react. And then you start getting them in. And by the time I talk about my kids, they're pandas, they're on board. But that's like 3.5 minutes in because there's a clock. And then that 3.5 minutes, once I get to 5, I give a shout out to the staff. And then I go into my 5 minutes of crowd work. And then that blows the doors off. So it's the same every night.
Sure.
Nobody's like 100% on board with comedy as soon as you come up, because they don't know if it's 100% comedy.
So then after you're done, who comes up after you though?
What comes up after me?
Is it the game? The basketball game?
The basketball flippers. So then right back into people dunking, flipping, doing these extreme things. So I think you see 3 or 4 acts before me that are all very much Cirque acts. That any show you go to, you will see that act. It's just, I believe, like, our talent is unbelievable in it. You can go to all the Cirque shows and kind of see the shadow puppets, the boxes or the shoe boxes. You'll see their hair hang or the swing. You'll see that in all the shows, but it's just the way it's done on our show is so fast moving. And then boom, it just stops. A comic comes up. So people are like,
right.
Yeah, you're right. They're almost listening to the silence in the room going, what is going to happen? They're waiting for a big explosion.
It's almost like, oh no, this is what he's doing. So it always takes a couple minutes. So that's why I start off always slow. I'm very comfortable. I always start off slow because I know there's no way you're going to get a big laugh because people are adjusting to, is this what he's going to do?
Yeah.
You know, because you're right. When you're at a search show, is this dude going to tell a joke and then fly off? I mean, does a flip? But I love it, man, because once you get them, oh, it's great. You get what I love about stand-up too is all these people are phenomenal at what they do, but it's just you and a mic. And you got to rock it. Yeah. You're getting laughs the whole time. And like I said, it builds. But then by the time you're on, I mean, it's loud. People go crazy. So it's good.
How much can you see of the room when you're on stage?
All of it.
All you can.
All of it. And I try, and I think I told you this a long time ago. When I do stand-up, I kind of put pressure on people.
Look them in the eye.
I look them in the eye because if you can make 3 points, if you're doing stand-up and you can make 3 sections, like every time, and I actually, Guy Torrey, we talked about this. He said something and then I go, oh, that makes sense. Because when you look at somebody, if you ever do stand-up and you look right at somebody, they'll laugh because they feel obligated to.
Yeah.
So when you do that, they almost start the laughs in that section because they're laughing. And then, so if you make 3 points in a room, like this is my person, I'm going to look at you when I say something funny and they laugh and that group around. So now it's almost like you're putting them on camera. Have you ever seen a celebrity sitting at an award show and then the camera goes on them and they're like, hey, but normally they're like, you're doing the same thing to an audience. So you're engaging with a section, and when you're on that big of a stage, they don't know who you're looking at, so they all kind of engage because they're like, oh, he's looking at us. You know what I mean? And automatically you see them go, they pop. So it's kind of like you're creating your own, you're helping create your own, I don't want to say future, but the whole vibe of your set.
Absolutely.
And then by the end of it, everybody's on board. Yeah. So.
Well, that you have to go up there and reset the room, basically.
No, you are resetting the room. You're going, and not resetting after like a Bill Burr. You're resetting after a woman that swings by her hair, that's absolutely phenomenal at what, and after 2 more great acts that went before. So, and you're resetting with something they're not gonna see on that show again.
Right. But isn't that the beauty part of stand-up comedy though? Because like you have all these acts that do so much like lyricism and flips and whatever talent they have, but then we're literally up there with a microphone.
That's the beauty of it. And if you can rock it, because if you can rock, it's amazing. Because we've both been to some people's shows where it doesn't go well the whole time.
Yeah.
You know,
Notice
it takes a. I'm not going to get into the weeds with it, but it takes a different type of comic to be consistent and then get a big pop. Because I don't care what comic you are, unless you're like a Bill Burr and they just know you right off the gate. Right. You have to build. You're not going to crush your first joke. Unless, I can see a magician / comic doing that because you got a trick.
Sure.
And that fits the show. Yeah. But if you're just words up there, it takes a couple minutes. And I know at the 3:30 mark, when I say the joke about my wife and my kids, that's where you see it turn. My first 2 jokes is jokes throwaways because I know I'm not want to waste anything because I've tried hitting them real hard with the good stuff. And it's like, oh, they don't react because
they don't know what's going on
they're
yet.
still trying to adjust to what's happening. So I love it.
Oh, trust me, we know. The reason why we know is because not only do you put pressure on the audience, but you also put pressure on us as well too. Because when we do the early show together, you know,
but that's good for you
because I don't know, and it's beautiful though.
Yeah.
It's beautiful though because we kind of have to reset a little bit too because you up there in murder, you know, and then like it's fun to see the quality all around throughout Vegas, like the show quality because we could deliver.
I think what's happening in Vegas right now. There's a couple good comedians in Vegas. I think I was talking to a comedian, and probably like 6 true headliners. You got Regan out here. You got me. You got.
Regan and you.
No, there's more.
Carrot Top.
Josh Wolf.
Josh Wolf.
You got Caparulo at times. He goes out when he wants to. That's 4.
That was the nicest compliment
I said
ever.
6.
No,
I mean,
there's 2 more.
And then you have Butch Bradley. He's out there a lot.
Yeah, Butch. You can throw in tricks and that, like that consistently headline. Yeah.
Yeah, I love
6.
That was the nicest compliment you've ever given John Caparulo. That was so funny. He had lines like when he wants to, like when he wants to go out.
Like I can understand. I can understand being in Vegas where you're like, I don't want to go anywhere.
No, I know.
I just want to be here.
Yeah, and I do. I genuinely love that guy. I opened for him in Chicago.
Yeah.
And the show started at 7 p.m. John walked into the green room at 6:59. He got up on stage when he was supposed to. He did his set.
Leaves.
And he walked off. He shook 4 hands. He sold 2 pieces of merch and then got right back in the limo and then drove back to the hotel. And
That's the way he operates.
I was like, dude, good for you, man. Like,
Dude.
I said, hey, tomorrow we're all going golfing. You want to go? He was like, I don't leave the hotel room until like 6:30.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, you know what? You're a different character than the rest of us.
No, and I get it. Especially doing this Matt Apple show. Like if I could see like, oh, this is a very comfortable gig, but it's also very numbered. So you got to stay on the road. Like I have to, because the hard thing about being on it, that's why I love the early show. Well, I'm in a tough position right now because I always have to do a material. So it's hard for me to like,
to build any new stuff.
To build
Of
new
course,
stuff.
of
So
course.
that's why I said I have to, after June 14th, I have to go on the road. I'm shooting this project, but then after that, I have to go on the road. And even when I'm shooting a TV project, I'll be working out just straight comedy at hopefully Laughing Skull, I think, in Atlanta. Hey, what's going on? It's Michael Yo. When I'm not dominating the basketball court, I'm at home. Can't wait for the NBA playoffs and play-ins. And I'm excited to team up with DraftKings because right now, if you bet $5 for new customers, you will get $200 in bonus credit instantly. But you got to use the code word YOBET. That's YOBET. It's not my bet, it's yo bet.
The crown is yours.
Hey, what's up? It's Michael Yo. I want to give a big shout out to DraftKings. They are the official sponsor of the Yo Show. For any new customers, spend $5. How much did I say, guys?
$5.
You see how bored they sound right now? Anyway, $5 and you get $200 in credits. But you have to use my code. It's YOBET. That's YOBET. Put it on the screen, Rudy. YOBET. It's not my bet. It's YOBET. DraftKings, get your bets in. The games are hot, all right? The crown is yours. Let's go around. I love doing this. Let's go around the room. A couple things you learned this week. I think that's fun, just to find some random stuff. I learned this because me and my wife are thinking of going to Paris. I learned the Eiffel Tower in the summer grows 6 inches.
What?
Wouldn't you like to
yeah.
be bigger 6 inches in the summer?
Dude, I would take, at this point in my life, I would take 1.5 inches, okay?
There you go. But no, it grows because of the heat, it expands.
Yeah, expands a little
Yeah, that's
bit.
pretty cool. That's pretty cool. And also my second one is I found this amazing show. By the way, annyeonghaseyo, 감사합니다 for watching, all the Koreans out there. What's up? I started watching Korean K-dramas. And they're phenomenal, phenomenal. And there's this lady named Park Woo-bin, and she's in this show on Netflix called Extraordinary Woo. And I watch it in Korean to try to learn the language, but I have English captions on it. And this woman is absolutely phenomenal. The show came out 2 years ago. She won all the awards in Korea for it. Came to America, blew up on Netflix, and now everybody wants a second season. But the creator's like, maybe not. Because it's so perfect. Like literally, it's the perfect show. It ends perfectly. You don't know what happens to the girl, and the creator is like, yeah, I kind of like that.
Yeah. That's one thing I love about other countries instead of America. America, I mean, just take The Office, for instance.
Yeah.
That show should have been done the second Michael Scott got on that plane, but instead they were like, let's see how much more blood we can get out of this turnip.
Yeah.
And they milked it for another 5 seasons, and it ruined the show.
That's why I like the the versions they do in London, like when
they do so
In the UK.
in one of the
in
shows,
the UK, they do only. Hey, this is gonna be 3 to 5 seasons. That's it.
Yeah, there's a show I always reference called The Increasingly Bad Decisions of Todd Margaret, which was David Cross. He brought it to the U.S. All the U.S. companies were like, we want to do it, but we want to do it for like 5 or 6 seasons. And he said, this is 2 seasons max. Nobody would pick it up. He went to the BBC, became a huge hit.
Yeah.
They gave him 2 seasons, and that was it. And the show was done. Like, I don't want more than that.
No, and I think today's audience doesn't have the patience to sit along. Because but I get the network side. They're looking. Network is going, like, it's hard for networks right now.
Sure.
So they need something they can put their claws into and say, this is our long running show. But viewership is split so much between mobile and your computer and TV. It's hard to create anything. I remember like even, I mean, look at late night, man. Johnny Carson back in the day, 35 million people watch. If you did a set on theirs, you could sell out across the country. Literally, that would put you on tour. Like that one set would put you on tour. Now, I mean, the biggest late night talk show, maybe 3 million.
Yeah.
2.5 million.
Yeah. A friend of ours did late night, Heather Pasternak.
Yeah.
Just did late night, I don't know, like 3 weeks ago. And I was in the green room at Kimmel's with her. And I'm like, hey, so, a big Tonight Show coming up. Like, that's what was it, like 2 weeks, 3 weeks from now? She's like, shot it last Thursday. I was like, yeah. Sorry about that. Sorry, I didn't know. I knew. Hey, listen, at least I knew it was coming up.
You didn't know it was coming up. Did she say how it went?
Oh, yeah, she said it was great, and I did go back. I did rewatch the set. It was a great set. She looked great up there. She just had her baby, but at the time she was like, I think 8 months and a week pregnant.
Yeah. I think I like her opening joke. I heard her opening joke because she did it at Kimmel's.
Oh,
I forgot what it was, but it was funny.
Yeah.
I remember it being funny. I heard it was like, oh, that's funny.
Yeah. That's everybody, yeah. Saw this comic last night. They were great. Oh, what was their name? Don't know.
Well, I know her name's Heather.
Yeah, but that's constantly. Friends of mine always say that. Oh, we saw this comic last night. They were outstanding. Oh, what was their name? I don't know. What were they talking about? Can't remember. Okay, great. Yeah.
I'm sorry. My wife just texted me because I got to put her on Do Not Disturb.
Just her specifically?
No.
Everybody else's calls can come in, but
that's amazing. That would be crazy if you had a Do Not Disturb button just for your wife. Everybody else could get.
Oh my god!
I should make an app for that.
Yeah.
No, my wife. I want her to get through, but other stuff is coming through.
Yeah.
My daughter has been dealing with some minor her ears are always getting infected and because of allergies.
Yeah.
So allergies I've never had allergies till I moved here. Yeah. This place is ridiculous without allergies. Yeah. Like literally no allergies ever till now.
Well, there's two types of allergies out here though. You have the desert allergies where it's just like really dry.
Yeah.
But then also I learned that a lot of the trees and bushes and stuff are imported from California. So you kind of have your California allergies, but then when you come here, you still have them because it's all the same environment. So
Ladies and gentlemen, our resident doctor.
Yeah.
Because he's
I didn't realize we had a botanist.
He's
with us
Indian,
tonight.
so you know
you.
these Indians are good doctors, man.
Yeah, man.
He didn't know how to respond to that.
I didn't.
Well, that's
I really
my
didn't.
first thing of my 3 things I learned this week is that most of the plants here are imported from California.
That's a great thing. Is that the 2 things you learned?
I mean, I learned that, and also
He's like, I learned that in grade school. Come on.
There's we have so scorpions out here in Vegas, the actual native scorpion is like a black one that's like massive. The small bark ones,
the black one's massive.
The white ones have better credit, but they're very tiny. Yes.
Actually, the white ones are poisonous. So
that would be accurate. That would be so accurate. Scorpions are
Yeah.
and that's the bark scorpion. So that little thing that actually is from San Diego.
That little thing can kill you.
That little thing can kill you.
Yeah.
Well, technically, not adults. For us, it's like a spider bite, but for children though. Anyone that's under the age of 3, if they get bit by like a baby
Why
one,
don't you put yourself on a one-shot shot so people can see
is that
how you look like you're in a closet?
There you go.
That's awesome.
I'm in hostage background. That's great. Real fitting.
We need to put you on a pillow and Rudy on a pillow.
Yeah.
Y'all need pillows.
But it's funny though because I did just watch that Bin Laden documentary.
Oh,
and
yeah.
You do look like a little
Dude,
bit
that's
like
messed up.
That's a great documentary, bro.
Did you watch the documentary?
Yeah.
Rudy loved it.
I love everything about it, man. It was so fascinating. The stuff that was so much of that I had no idea. You know, like the CIA operatives and the analysts, and there was so many women behind the scenes that didn't get any credit. And that's the one thing that I loved about Obama's speech when he came out the night that we got Osama. The night that he came out and said it, one of the things he talked about was thank you. I mean, obviously the people that were hands-on in the mission in Pakistan, but the people that were behind the scenes, you'll never know their names, but they were just as intricate in this mission as
100%.
anybody else. It was.
I can't wait to watch it.
It's great.
It
You'll
was
love
weird that you would watch it on a plane. don't watch any terrorist things on planes, but that was a weird place to watch it.
I had other things going on a plane that I had.
You said you watched it on a plane.
I did watch it on a plane, but
That's weird,
yeah,
bro.
I had other concerns that flight
I've
because
seen people watch what's that Final Destination on a plane. I'm like, why would you do that?
Yeah,
Why would you watch anything explode on a plane? I'm watching like cartoons.
Same.
Like I watch animated movies. I watch documentaries, heartfelt. I don't want to see anything explode while I'm on a plane.
On my phone, I have all the season of Martin because that's like my favorite show.
Martin?
Yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah.
love Martin.
All right, so that was one of your facts. Scorpions.
Scorpions, yeah.
And what's something else you learned? Anything else or no?
Ah, man.
Something new you learned this week.
New this week, I learned that I'm the only brown comic in Vegas.
No,
like
you're not.
Local wise, I'm the only brown one. There's no other brown.
Did you take a survey?
No, because I found out through the booker of Wise Guys. Apparently there was a
That's
brown.
a weird way to book you.
Yeah.
Hey, we need to book you because you're the only brown comic.
Bro, because the headliner requested a Afghan opener, which they don't exist here in Vegas. And then he was like, okay, maybe Palestinian. And then we don't have none of those. And then he just went through all the Middle Eastern.
yeah, I was gonna say the booker has no idea. He
yeah.
doesn't know the difference between Pakistani and Afghani.
So then he was like, we have one guy named Sean and like Reddy, and he's like he's Indian. And then he was like, oh, yeah, just book him if that's the only one that you got.
Who's the comic?
His name was oh my god, I butchered it on stage. But so the feature was Saad Alexi. And then the headliner was oh my god, I gotta pull up his name.
It's
real
all
quick.
right. It's all right.
Sean Reddy sounds like a quarterback for USC. That does not sound
Bro,
like
that's
an
a very
Indian
white
name.
name.
That's an insanely
Well,
white name.
the weird thing was because he's also from the Bay Area, and then we're bonding over that. And then he was like, "Oh, where are you from?" And he named all the Indian like populated cities, so like Sunnyvale, Fremont, San Jose, all that. And I was like, "Nah, man, I'm from Hayward." And he was like, "Oh," and then that was like the end of the conversation because
Is Hayward white?
no, it's hood, like it's right next to Oakland.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
he was like, "Oh, okay," and then he told me things like not to like say on stage and stuff like that because there's a high Muslim like crowd.
Oh, okay.
And then and I'm not political, I'm not like
Yeah.
religious or anything like that either. And then like, bro, when they went up on stage, like the crowd started chanting like "Free Palestine." I was like, "Whoa,
Oh, is
It
that
became
kind of
a rally,
show?
bro?" Like. It was the weirdest thing. I'm over here talking about like my marriage and like my kids, and they're talking about like real political like conversations.
Okay.
As a comic, you're like free
Bro.
drinks. That's why I'm
Bro, it
here.
was
Don't
so
care
wild.
about
Sean's
politics.
like free Drake.
Yeah.
Come on, we need to get Drake back.
Oh, bad, bro.
All right, what's the two things you learned, Rudy?
I'm going to tell you guys the story. I wanted to tell you the story
Oh
anyways,
my
but
God,
here's what I
make it
learned.
quick.
Here's what I learned. I learned that
Rudy, before Rudy goes on, Rudy tells the longest stories.
because they
man.
are the most interesting stories,
No,
Sean. That is
they're
why.
just long.
They are interesting.
Rudy will ask you a 10-minute question. You'll have a one-word response. Yes. Go ahead, Rudy.
Yeah. I'm detail
You're
oriented.
very detail-oriented.
Yeah.
That is
Oh my
true.
God.
I learned that 65-year-old black ladies and 6-year-old girls are equally the funniest two people on the planet.
How'd you learn that?
So I was on a flight recently while I'm watching the Bin Laden doc, and there's two girls. There's a young lady there's a grandmother and her daughter that are sitting next to me, right? So white grandmother, white daughter. Little girl is 6. Across the aisle from me is like a 65-year-old black lady who I had a quick conversation with. She was very fun, and then. As we get towards the end of the flight, we're like 5 minutes from landing. Dude in front of me pops up and runs to the bathroom.
Oh.
And I hear the lady back there, the flight attendant, go, "Sir, you have to go back. You can't be up." And I can hear him kind of saying like, "I kind of need to use the bathroom." She says, "Go sit down." He sits down. 90 seconds later, I hear the little girl next to me go, "Grandma, you smell like poopy."
Oh.
I kind of laugh. People around me laugh. But then she was not kidding. There was an odor that hit the cabin, and I was like,
Terrible.
"Oh, this ain't good." And I was like, "Oh, maybe somebody just let one rip. I get it. You're on a
Yeah,
plane. It's long. Maybe it was the dude in front of me. Maybe that dude had to just, he had to blow off a little steam in the bathroom, and the flight attendant wouldn't let him. I get it."
Blow off a little steam.
And then,
Like
just
what-
go back there and fart.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
So I was like,
like,
okay,
what?
I get it. Like maybe the guy just had one chambered, and he had to let it go. The stench is not going away. The little girl again goes, "Grandma, it smells like poopy." And the black lady next to me goes, "I smell dookie. There's dookie." And she's yelling it. And now the plane lands and it hasn't gone away. And I'm like, what is happening?
And everybody
Wow.
smells it.
Everybody smells it now. Plane lands. It gets through the gate. You hear the ding. Dude in front of me pops right up, runs to the back of the plane. And I'm like, oh, this is not going to be good. I get up finally. I grab my bag. I look down in the seat in front of me.
Brown stain.
Brown stain. Dude, guy just totally let it go.
See that's a thing where I would just be like, yeah,
I would tell the flight attendant, you don't want what's coming right now. Please, I know that there are extenuating circumstances.
There has to be where they're gonna throw you in jail for taking a dump.
Yeah, I mean, come on. I would much rather. And then as we walked out,
That's a beta man that did that. I'm just saying that man's beta.
Beta, absolutely. That guy,
I would have been like, yo, I got to take a dump right now.
My girlfriend
in your toilet.
I'll bring this plane down if I don't. Trust me.
No, I wouldn't say that.
That guy behind me was watching the Bin Laden doc. I know how to do it. My girlfriend and I were walking through the parking lot of the Sphere last night, and a lady with a windbreaker that says security on it started yelling at us, telling to get out of the parking lot. And I just said, no, and just kept walking. I was like, my girlfriend's like, we should leave the parking lot. I was like, what is she going to do? What is she going to do? No, we're good. Just keep walking.
See?
Whatever. Don't worry about it.
Okay, that's one thing.
It's one thing.
Do you have another?
I think.
I mean, we're trying to end the podcast.
I think that might be the biggest lesson of them all, you guys. I don't think we need it.
So your lesson is, if you got to take a dump when a plane is landing, go for it.
Yeah, go. I say go. Well, there you go. That's the second thing. But the first thing is that 65-year-old black ladies and 6-year-old little girls are hands down equally the funniest people on the planet.
Yeah.
There's no filter. There's no filter. They do not stop
I think
their
that's
mouths.
any kids. Like my daughter and son say the craziest things.
Kick you in the nuts.
Yes. When I was like, so I've been trying to do a daddy-daughter day forever. Like me and my son do every Wednesday we go to Dave & Buster's or we do something. It's Daddy Sunday. And my daughter's been saying no for 5 years, right? And I respect it. I'm like, hey, I'm not going to just drag you to places. So now she's into it. But I remember the first time she said yes, I kept going, oh my God, this is amazing. This is amazing. And she goes, stop. If you say it again, I'm going to kick you in the nuts. I was like, whoa. My daughter is hardcore, man. Like, I think she's a reincarnation of my parents. She will never tell us she loves us. Yeah. And she has the mentality of an only child. Like, she is rough. Like, I'm not worried about her. Like, I remember somebody, like the church, we were at church, and one of the church people bumped into her, and she said, hey, do it again, I'll kick you in the nuts. Like, she's all about kicking people in the nuts. And I'm like, where'd you learn this? She goes, school.
Oh, wow.
I'm like, okay, well, I guess that's good.
Yeah.
Is that a trait from your side of the family or your wife's side of the family?
Kicking people in the nuts is with nobody.
No, just the being strong individual.
I think only child me. Not saying I love you, my parents, because my wife's side is very like my son is very my wife's side. Loves the cuddle. If I say, buddy, come over here, he loves the cuddle. My daughter, hey, baby girl, come. She'll go to the other room. Like like I feel like I'm in an abusive relationship. I'm like, I just want, like, please, just give me some attention.
Just love me.
Just love me.
Yeah.
Just love me. Anything else we need to talk about?
I think we're good, man.
What's your socials, Sean? Put yourself on the big screen. What's your socials?
My
so
socials,
people can follow you.
So you guys could save me from this hostage situation. Sean Reddy Comedy, and that's on all the platforms. So at Sean Reddy Comedy.
And he's a big Raiders fan, so he does a Raiders podcast when the season starts. Or
I do a little sketch. It's called a Petty Raider. I'm a Petty Raider fan, and I just tear it into them. Just let them know how I feel.
Raiders gonna be good this year, though.
I mean, that's what we've been saying.
No. I know. Let me tell you why the Raiders are gonna be good. And I'm letting everybody know. Put me on the big screen.
All right, got you.
Let me tell you why the Raiders are gonna be good. Because I'm going to a couple games this year.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
I'm good luck. I'm good luck, bro.
Okay.
I'm good luck. I'm going to go see the Titans. Because
right.
they got my boy Cam Ward from the U. From the U.
I was just about to say they also have one of the easiest schedules of the year, and you brought up the Titans right away. And then I saw that schedule yesterday up on the board at
What are you talking about? The Raiders have a tough schedule.
Oh, that's an easy. They're telling you they're going to blow through most of those guys.
No, they're not. Dude, do you know how bad the Raiders are? The Raiders are horrible, bro.
They're terrible. That's what I'm saying. They'll be good this year because they're playing a bunch of nobodies.
Bring up this. What's the schedule? You know the schedule already?
I don't know off the top of my head.
Well, you got a phone, don't you?
Okay.
Come on.
Real quick,
Come on, man. Look it up. Let's see.
They play the Cardinals. They play the Titans.
But they play Dallas. Don't they?
Dallas ain't that good.
No,
Dallas is not that great.
But they played about the same schedule they played last year, and they were horrible.
Oh, yeah. Brutal.
All right, who they
All
got?
right, all right. So let's see here. We're gonna skip that preseason there. All right. So obviously we got the Chargers. Right?
Good team.
Good team.
Okay. Patriots.
Good.
No,
they'll be better. They'll be better.
They're
They'll be better.
terrible.
All right. You got the Commanders.
Oh, come on.
All right.
The Commanders.
They're okay. Yeah, they're not bad.
Jaden
yeah.
Daniels.
Yeah, they're not bad.
The Bears.
Come
They're
on,
terrible.
the Bears.
Terrible.
The Bears are gonna be good.
Nah, they are. They're no way.
Colts.
Terrible.
No.
All right. Titans.
Terrible.
Chiefs.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
say
a tough
terrible.
one. That's a
Say
tough one.
terrible
That's a tough
again.
one. Yeah.
All right. Jaguars.
Terrible.
Broncos.
Terrible.
Oh my God.
Cowboys.
Terrible.
No, see now.
Browns.
Terrible. I think I've proven my point.
Okay, you can stop me.
Chargers. Browns.
Chargers
Broncos
again. Chargers again.
They have to play him. Yeah.
Broncos. Eagles.
Eagles.
Texans.
That's tough.
Giants and Chiefs again.
Yeah. So of that, you
Well,
have
the
Chiefs.
schedule isn't
Yeah,
that tough,
Yeah,
you
isn't
know.
that tough? But yeah,
But the Raiders are bad.
they are bad. But the games are great. You'll have a blast.
They'll win. Let me give you their record. How many games they play in the total? 16?
17.
17 now.
17. They will be 11-6.
No, I don't think they're that
Ooh.
good. No, I think they're 8-9.
I'll be happy with
Dude,
9
that just
wins.
shows you don't know football like I know football.
The
Give me your
stadium is
prediction
beautiful.
right now.
The stadium is
Sean.
beautiful.
Bro, give me your prediction.
I'll be honest with you. I think we win 9 games, man.
9. I'm saying 11.
Okay.
I'm
saying,
saying 9
and you're
games.
saying 8.
I said 8. They'll be 8 and 9.
Nah,
this
man.
year.
It's hard to not win 8 games.
Oh,
The
They
Raiders will
got
find
Pete
a
Carroll,
way.
man. All trust in Pete. I love Pete Carroll, man. I love him, man.
I love Pete too, but he old, man. Like,
Oh, stop it.
old.
Stop it.
We saw him kick in that second Super Bowl, man.
Throw the ball.
No, that was
Marshawn
Russell.
Lynch.
That was Russell that called an audible on his own. Don't be blaming Pete for that.
Come on, Pete, you gotta have control, man.
Russell Wilson looks like a dude that does calisthenics on a plane, just in the middle of the road.
Yeah.
Not just stretching.
Mr.
Like high
Invincible.
Knees. Mr. High Knees down the. Oh, anyway. All right, we are done. Follow Sean Rudy. Where can people see you?
At Rudy_Pavich. Go to my website, michaelyosopener.com. It's the only way I can get people to go to my website.
Oh, also, you're opening for Adam Carolla.
I'll be with Adam Carolla this weekend in Tacoma, and then with him in Salt Lake City at Wise Guys.
What a great club.
June 13th and 14th.
Did you see Keith last night?
I did see him. I didn't walk up and say hi just because he was with somebody. I didn't want to be like, hey,
Oh, yeah, that was his
what's up,
wife.
guy?
That was his wife and 2 of the people that work with. Has been with his company for a long time.
Yeah.
he's a
yeah.
great dude.
Oh,
Yeah,
they
great
did.
guy.
They did make it out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
they
that's
did.
awesome.
They did.
Cool.
Yeah, and I'm going to be shooting a special, a dry bar special, August 23rd.
Yeah.
Oh,
You'll kill it, dude. That you are made for that format.
It's my sister's birthday. That's what's up.
Yeah.
That's cool, man.
Yeah,
Congrats,
yeah.
bro.
Why are you trying to one up me?
Yeah.
See,
Not at all.
he's those people on social media. They be like, "Hey, I'm doing this." Well, you know what? I'm doing it too on the same day. It's my birthday too.
My team has to play the Chiefs twice in the
We
year.
just,
Blah, blah,
I
blah.
remember when like our son was born. I was like, "Oh my God, I'm so excited! The son's born!" Like, oh, we had a baby too. I don't care about your baby.
Yeah.
This is my timeline.
That's facts.
Go
though.
to
That's
your own
facts.
timeline
That's
and talk
true.
about your baby.
That's true.
This has been fun.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, Vancouver, June 1st, been sold out a month. We will be there. Vancouver, so excited. The hotel, put you guys in, is on the harbor. I'm down the street. Dude, just that area to walk around. We're going to this great, I believe it's a Japanese restaurant I'm going to take y'all to. You got to eat with chopsticks. Can you eat with chopsticks?
Yeah. I just stab it.
Oh,
no.
That's how we do it in Minnesota.
White man rage right there. White man rage. And also, San Antonio. I will see you September 6th and 7th. You're not going to be there, right?
I got family obligations.
I will be with, Tone Bell is coming down for that.
Get out, dude.
Tino
Love-
Cucino from the
love
radio
Tone.
station going to be down there. And then Andrew Tarr. I'm having 4 comics. We're just going to ball till we fall at LOL Comedy Club in San Antonio. All right, we will see you next time. Make sure you like, subscribe, and also if you're we have an audio version too, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So even though we never promote it, you can listen to the audio somewhere. It's out there, right?
Yeah. Spotify, Apple Podcasts. It's
Okay.
on there. Yeah.
Why are you laughing at me, Sean Reddy?
It's just, I love it. I love it.
I know it's out there.
I know it's out there. It's in the ether.
I get an alert when it updates. All right, we'll see you next time. Put me on the one shot. Put me on. I love you. Bye. Peace out.